Hey guys, what's up? It's Zach from Zach Reacts, and welcome to the first edition, as usual, can't speak, first edition of Script and Chill. Okay, and this first edition, okay, so, before we get started, I talked about my sequel rewrite a little bit in my first video, like my welcome to my channel video, right? Oops, wrong way. I'm filming! Plane! And I talked about how I brought in Legends characters. No free brand deals. Just kidding. And I talked about how I brought in Legends characters. And I had to switch their names around, right? And I brought in the Skywalker and Solo kids and Mary Jade. And I had to switch their names around because of Ben Solo from Canon, or Kylo Ren. And I'm gonna do after all my current projects, all my current script projects I'm going to tell you about right now. I have to finish the sequels, which I'm almost done with. I'm on the last, which would be movie. And then it would be the Spider-Man saga, which is gonna be long. Which is going to take a long time. Only on the first movie. But let me let you in on a little secret. There's going to be 7 movies. It's the Spider-Man saga. Right? And then the third one, I don't know if this probably isn't going to be the final title. And like all this Marvel's, except for the Spider-Man, I think. But the Spider-Man wouldn't be the Spider-Man one wouldn't really be a part of the Sony like verse, like back in the day with Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. Or it wouldn't be a part of the Venomverse either. Or the MCU, right? Will be his own thing. I kinda just took inspiration. Can't talk like normal. Inspiration from like what they kinda did with Spider-Man PS4, you know. And then after the Spider-Man saga, oh yeah, and there will be spin-offs to the Spider-Man stuff, and you'll understand that if you watched my first video, because I talked about Spider-Man as well as the sequels. Then my third script project is a Thor film. It's right now on this document. It's called Thor Epic Finale, and then parentheses Thor 5. Yeah. And then I have the Thor, and then the one after this would be in the MCU. And then we have the New Avengers. Okay. Okay, so the Avengers, so the new Avengers, and then the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes Season 3, and then a Star Killer film, and then Star Wars Rebels, and then subtitle something related to Ezra.
Hey guys, Future Zach here. And no, the subtitle for Star Wars Rebels is not The Search for Ezra.
But I'm not gonna reveal what the subtitle is because it'd be a spoiler to the sequels. Okay. And then
Hey guys, it's me again. When I eventually get there to Spectacular, should it be a continuation of the TV show? Or do you think it should be a movie? Let me know what you think down below.
Spectacular Spider-Man sees, like, I don't know if this should be like the continued TV show or like, or I should just make it like like how the Spectacular Spider-Man was. Am I doing weird ass hand signals? Like continued TV shows, or like a Spectacular Spider-Man, like how it was in like movie, you know. So, and then after that, we'll probably go back to this my Spider-Man stuff and do the sequels, right? For that. No, not the sequels. The spin-offs. Okay, so now that I got through all that, something came in my head that I was going to talk about, but I forgot. So maybe it will come back to me later while we're going over this. Okay, so let's talk about the sequel trilogy rewrite. Okay, so in this, I pulled stuff from all over Star Wars media.
Hey guys, like I'm talking about right here, I pulled stuff from all over the place. You'll see that more, like in my first Spider-Man movie, you know? Because I pulled from a Superman comic. Pulled something from there. So, and you'll understand that once I release my first Spider-Man film, I guess. If you could see me, I'd be putting quotes, but okay. Talk to you in a bit.
Like I talked about in my first video. If you haven't seen it, by the way, go watch it. I said in my first video I pulled stuff all over the place from my Spider-Man video. And once I'm done with Spider-Man, you'll understand that. Would that look weird on my face? Sorry. And this movie, or this trilogy, it has, I don't know if you could call it a trilogy, it has 4 films. It has the first film, Force Awakens, it's called. Second film, Resistance Revenge. And then the third film, Duel of the Fates, Part 1, and then Duel of the Fates, Part 2.
Hey guys. I didn't originally plan the 4 films, but what kind of happened was I was just creating the story, and I was in Duel of the Fates, the first part. Before it was a 2-parter, it was just called Duel of the Fates. And what had happened was what was going on in the story, I felt like it had to become a two-parter because the first parts of Duel of the Fates Part 1 is kinda slow. Like, the beginning is pretty fast. And then once you get into the middle, it gets slow, you know? So, yeah. And then eventually just became Duel of the Fates 1 and 2. This kind of makes sense because this is like the epic conclusion to Skywalker Saga stuff, you know? So, yeah.
I'm in like the final battle for Duel of the Fates Part 2 right now. So, yeah. That's where we are right now. And behind these characters right now, in the certain place and time, like the characters from the originals, there's a lot of history. Good history, like from what we see in the movies. Bad history, like what you'll see in this. More like what in the beginning, but it gets fleshed out through time. You know? So. Okay. Should I tell you about... No, I don't want to tell you about that.
I should have said, no, I don't think I will.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, fine. I'll tell you about that. Okay, so you know how I told you about the Star Wars Rebels spin-off thing, or whatever you could call it, or whatever. And I said I'm not gonna tell you what it is because it's a spoiler. The reason I'm gonna have that is because I have Rebels characters in here. Mainly just 3. And then in the Rebels, I guess it could be a movie. I guess it's gonna be a movie. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a movie, not a show. Yeah. In the Rebels movie, you're gonna have more. But in the sequels, you only get like 3 main characters. You know, well, technically there's 4, but you've never met this one character before. He's my own character I made. Oh wait, no. There's 4 characters that you have seen before. My bad. I forgot about one that I added. Not added, but I'll tell you about him all right now. So, every Rebels character you see in the sequels are Ezra, Sabine, Rex, Kanan, and Ezra and Sabine's son, Kanan. They named him after Kanan, because why not? You see Kanan, Caleb Doom version as a Force Ghost. You know? He's talking to Ezra about something in the story right before he goes to do it. If you know, I'll tell you about something right now. So if you know anything about Legends, there's this war in Legends called the Yuzon War, right? And there's, pretty sure they're from like the I might have just made him like this, but I might have just I can't talk ever in these videos. I don't know why. I could talk in real life, I swear. I swear I could talk in real life. Maybe. Yes, I can. I think they came from the unknown Egypt. I don't know. I forget. But that's where I made them come from in my version. And what happened, like how they were stopped, like, or I'm not gonna say that. Like, the end of the I'll say that the end of the war, how it ended, has lasting consequences for the galaxy. Say that. And that's why our force sensitive characters in the universe are where they are. Okay. Like Luke is still on Oct 2, but it's for it's for a different reason. Ezra is on Lothal, but something's different about him. You could tell, you know. Okay. And the war didn't end how you would expect. Okay? Just say that. So I'm probably going to end this video now and leave you to think about that. So thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, I'll see you later. Ow, that hurt my back. Peace out.